Hello, hello, hello! It's the hello heard around the world. Hi everyone, hello. Welcome to High Vibe motherfucking honey. It's so high vibe honey that first of all it's live, and second of all, I got the tattoo to prove it. And when social distancing is over, you should do the same, because we're all in this together. Hi everyone, welcome to High Vibe Honey. Now, as you probably know, we usually do this on Instagram, on YouTube, and it's a whole different thing. And I have some notes about something. I'm prepared to tell you about a certain thing. Today we're gonna play it by ear. So we are definitely going to be tapping today. Definitely gonna be tapping. So if you have not recently, I want you to go wash your hands while I chitty chat away, because you're about to touch your face. Keep your hands clean. I just took a shower. My shit is clean. I don't know about you. Wash your hands. But first of all, I thought maybe we should just talk about what's going on. So, it's a really crazy time. I'm not loving seeing people post photos and videos of them in restaurants and bars and in fucking public gathering spaces. I think we all know by now from China and Italy that social distancing is important, that quarantining yourself is important, not just because of you and your health, but because when you are around other people, you can be asymptomatic and you can carry COVID-19 to other people. And you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. You want to be a good person. So the easiest thing, honestly, is to stay the fuck home. Hashtag stay the fuck home. I think it's very important. Now, I understand some people have to work. Some people do not have the option to stay home. But please, if you have the option to stay home, stay the fuck home, gang. Stay the fuck home, gang. That's what I'm doing. It's literally not even that different for me. I'm just in my house, living my life, watching a bit of Netflix, doing a bit of writing. In fact, I wrote 2,000 words this morning on my new book, and it's the shit. And I'm about to go out for a walk because it just stopped raining. It's been raining for a week. And no, I'm not going to a restaurant, a bar, a fucking clubhouse, a theatrical performance, a live pantomime party. No, I'm not. I'm just gonna go for a walk. I'm gonna avoid clusters of people. But I just wanna use my body. I just want to move around. I went to the supermarket yesterday, very briefly, if you'd like to know what I bought. I bought cheese and crackers, because why suffer? You might be at home. You don't have to eat fucking beans. Eat some shit you really want to eat. This is your life, so enjoy it. But I said this in my Instagram post of this morning, but I'm gonna reiterate it. I was watching this show called Rick Steves Europe. Rick Steves is kind of like Brad Yates in energy. He's got daddy energy, and not sex daddy energy, but just daddy energy. He could be your father's best friend. Rick Steves is a wonderful, gentle, nerdy man who travels around the world and has a travel show and talks to you about the wonders of the world and things to see and things to do and restaurants to go to. And it's adorable. So I started watching season 7 of Rick Steves Europe last night. And I went to the episodes about Florence. And he was talking about the Renaissance and medieval times and showing all the works of Michelangelo and Da Vinci and all these amazing people. And I was looking at all these carvings and these sculptures and these incredibly beautiful pieces of artwork, and thinking that if we want to create really beautiful, special work, then we do need to be dedicated to it. And often, in order to be dedicated to our art and in order to be devoted to our creative life, we have to be alone. Now, I watched an interview between RuPaul and Oprah years ago, which you should look up. It's fantastic. And one of the questions Oprah asked RuPaul was, what's the biggest sacrifice you've had to make for your career? Or, in your life, what's the biggest sacrifice you'd had to make? And RuPaul said, what I do requires a lot of solitude. I have to be alone a lot. And then he laughed and said, it's not much of a sacrifice because I really do enjoy being by myself. But it's true. Great creative work requires solitude. Now, collaboration is really important. It's really valuable. Our books are better when we hire editors and we have creative, buddies, comrades who we can talk about things with. But in order to create truly good things, we need to be by ourselves. And honey, you're about to be by yourself for a while. So I want us to use this time really effectively. Now, for the last couple of days, with all this stuff like kind of freaking out in the news, it has taken me a couple of days to calibrate to that. For the first few days, I was just taking naps every day. Like I'd take like 2 naps a day, and I was kind of just talking to my friends, watching trashy television and just soothing myself, I think, just kind of like calming down my nervous system. But I woke up this morning and I was like, you know what? I'm ready to get to work. And I sat on my couch here and I worked on my book, and I'm really excited about the insights that are going to come and the perspective shifts I'm going to have from simply being by myself. And I feel really lucky to have that, actually. And interestingly, I also just saw the Astro Twins published the numerology report for March, and it's a 3-month, which I don't really know anything about numerology, but what they said is this is the perfect month to work on your creative projects, to refine them, to clarify them, to tinker and finesse and edit. And honey, like, let's get into it. Like, I see a lot of people making a lot of memes, and memes are obviously important. They bring levity and joy to people, and they make us laugh, and that's really important. But you know what? Someone's got to do the great creative work too. Why could it not be you and your best friend or your husband or whatever? And when I was watching Rick Steves, I got so excited thinking about what this time in isolation could create, what could be invented, what could be considered, what could be shifted in the world because we have this time to amuse ourselves. And if you're not good at being by yourself, then this is a time to really sit with yourself and figure that out. Because again, you're not going to be able to create great work unless you are able to be by yourself. Now, I know like the idea of great work might sound a little capitalistic or something, but it's really not. Great work is really about pouring your energy and your passion into something you love and something that you feel has value. It doesn't mean necessarily something that you sell or something you turn a profit on, but it is something that matters to you, and it is something that enhances your spirit and something that makes you feel good about the fact that you're in the world at all. And great art really does instill us with that kind of meaning, and also instills that feeling in other people. Everyone that sees your art, interacts with your art, experiences your art, feels the same way. I mean, some of them might be like, fuck this shit, and give you a 1-star review, but there will be plenty of people who interact with your creativity and are enriched by it, or a light bulb goes off in their head and then they go and do something amazing in their life too. And so that's why being an artist is revolutionary, and it's why following your passion and your bliss is a fucking radical act. Because when you do that, you change the lives of everyone who interacts with it and everyone who's around it. And I just wanted to make that point because it's very easy to get sucked into the doom cycle. Like, there is just so much information and we don't really know what's true and what isn't. And it's really easy to become a panic merchant and freak the fuck out. However, you and I, my friend, you and I have tools. We have coping strategies. We know who we are. And we're not gonna fucking like capsize the boat because some person on TV is saying some bullshit because they want us to keep watching all day, right? So we have the ability to tap, to meditate, to do breath work, to dance it the fuck out. I posted a video on my stories last night of me literally just dancing in my living room. It felt so good. I was dancing with lemons and Clorox wipes, honey. I was getting my life and it felt really good. You do not need to be around other people to feel good. And I know that we think that. Like, okay, this is not to say that human connection is not important, because of course it is. And feel like I've been having even deeper, more concentrated, real and beautiful conversations with my friends and family than I have in a long time, because we're all at home and we're all like, wow, let's talk about some real shit, which is beautiful. But we have this delusion that we can only feel good if someone else does something, someone else pays us a compliment, someone else kisses us, someone else asks us to be their girlfriend or whatever. And that's just not reality. We have the ability to flow those positive feelings on our own. They may give us an excuse to feel good, but we can do it ourselves. We can do it ourselves. So if I'm seeing a comment from someone who says they're freaked out and they live alone and they're not allowed to leave the house, tap that shit out, honey, and dance in your house. I know you really want to go for a walk. Just, I don't know, open your window and breathe in the air and then dance. It really helps, I'm telling you. So I think that's really what I wanted to say. Just that this is a potent time to create something really magical and really special. And I know that there's a lot of uncertainty. People have lost their jobs. People don't know what's happening with their jobs. People have jobs where their boss is like, come into work anyway. I've actually had a few people say, hey, how do I tell my boss that I don't want to work from the office? Just tell them. There's no secret trick. Just send them a fucking email or get on the phone and be like, hi, I don't feel safe coming to work. I'm going to work from home. Peace, bitch. It's really interesting. It's like your boss doesn't rule your life. We kind of feel like they do. They fucking don't. And they're probably just as scared as you, and they're just following protocol. And who gives a fuck about protocol? Protocol is over. There's no protocol. There's no rules. There's no rules. You gotta do what you gotta do. Stay the fuck home, club. That's it. So, my foot is going numb from sitting in. I'm sitting in a very weird position. I'm on the edge of my couch. Okay. So, I would love for us to do some tapping as a collective. Do you have any suggestions for what we should be talking about, tapping on, etc.? Hopefully what I'm saying is firing you up and making you feel good about the possibilities of this time. Like, obviously, it's not a great time in our human history. Obviously, it's scary and uncertain and there's fucked up shit, but there is also potential. There's also silver lining. There is also so much we can do in this time. So, positive vibes, feeling safe, surrender, empowering ourselves, tapping on no hyper-focusing on media, money anxiety with no work. Yes, accepting uncertainty. Let's send love to everyone struggling. Being happy anyway, keeping our vibration up. Yeah. I think we should just do a general feeling good no matter what's going on around us situation. You know? Julie Monroe said, let's tap that we trust the universe and everything will be okay. Creating a better vision for the future. Yeah. Okay. This is really good. Okay, everybody. So, here is my public health service announcement. Please do not tap with me unless you just washed your hands. If you did not wash your hands yet, stand your little ass up, walk your little ass over to the bathroom, get that soap, get that fucking shit going, scrub-a-dub-dub. 3 men in a motherfucking tub. Scrub your hands. And then we will tap, and it will be beautiful. I don't even have any water. Okay, hang on. Maybe I'll drink coffee to hydrate. Not the best, but anyway. Wash your hands. I'll wait. I love how Julie's watching in the shower and typing comments in the chat while she's in the shower. Like, that is commitment. Okay. Amy is tapping on her exercise bike. That is so awesome. I'm really jealous. I wish I had an exercise bike in my house. I was thinking when I was in the shower, actually, like, this is the best possible time to set up a gym in your home. Imagine just doing a big order of kettlebells and a fucking bench press and just setting it up in your living room. And when coronavirus is over, just emerging from your home like Arnold fucking Schwarzenegger and just like walking through your own fence, like busting through it like a cartoon. So there's just a huge U-shaped silhouette through your fence. I just thought it was so funny. But anyway, these are the thoughts that entertain me. Okay, so we're just gonna tap on feeling good, and I am going to let it come, and we'll see where we end up. Who knows where we're gonna end up? But if you are ready to tap with me, let's just start. Okay, so tapping on the top of the head, just repeat after me. Okay. These are uncertain times. And I don't know what to do. I know what I'd like to do, which may or may not include taking off all my clothes and running screaming down the street. Because who's gonna stop me right now? Literally nobody. But I'm choosing to trust that maybe I could use this time well. That maybe I could use this time to contemplate my life, to work on things that really deeply matter to me, and to think about what I want to do next. There is no way that this pandemic will not massively affect our vision of what is normal. I think normal is over. But when the status quo folds, we are opened up to entirely new opportunities. The potential stretches in front of us, vast and wild. And we get to ascribe our own meaning to it. We get to choose how we feel. We get to choose how we want to show up. And we get to choose who we're going to be. We can be the villain of our own story, or we can be the hero. And sometimes it takes a radical change for us to really fucking realize what we are actually made of. Sometimes it takes a crazy situation for us to finally realize our worth and our power and the influence we have on the world and the people around us. This is not the time to be afraid. This is not the time to panic or freak out. This is a time to step the fuck up. And to realize that maybe you've been preparing for this for your whole life. You just didn't realize it. Maybe this is your opportunity to become that person that you always wanted to be. No one can tell you what to do right now. And so you're free to be anything you want. So even though this is a truly crazy time, I choose to be the lighthouse. I choose to be the captain of my own ship. I choose to give myself everything I require. I choose to realize that I am the source of all my good feelings. And I will honor that by doing things that make me feel good. No matter what is happening around me, I deeply and completely love and accept and forgive myself. And I'm truly ready to step into my power. Right now. Okay. Take a deep breath in, hold it at the top, and let it go. And let me know how you guys are feeling. Does that feel good? That really felt like the right message to be bringing right now. There's a million messages that could have surfaced, but I think that, this is really a chance for us to become who we've always wanted to become. We have these excuses and reasons why we can't and all of this stuff. It's like, the status quo is over. Life as you knew it is fucking over. So who the fuck are you gonna be now? You get to choose. You get to choose, and you have every opportunity and option available to you. You get to be whoever you want. And I hope that you can come back to this all the time and just remind yourself that you're deeply powerful, deeply influential, and that you have the ability to choose better thoughts rather than descending into panic and madness, because we already know that panic doesn't help us solve problems. I'm so glad that you guys are enjoying that. That's really, really good to hear. So I love you guys. I'll save this and put it in my live story thingamajig, and I'll also make it an IGTV upload, so I'll put it in there so you can watch it again and again. And I hope that this has really helped you. Like I said, I'm gonna go for a walk. I'm excited to get some fresh air. I'm excited to look at the flowers on the trees. It's been raining here for a week solid. There's so much growth everywhere. I'm really excited to just look at it and just to move my body around. I know it's gonna feel really good to do. So I love you. Have a beautiful Sunday. When am I reopening the Vortex? August. Unless something crazy happens. And Audrey and I are just keeping our eyes on it, because maybe it would behoove us to open it sooner so people have access to resources faster. I'm not sure. I'm thinking about it, but just so you know, that's where I'm at. And I will always endeavor to be as transparent with you about that kind of thing as possible so you know what's up. Okay, I love you. Be safe.